Welcome to Chew the Fat. I am your host, Smoove, and today we will be discussing the latest antics from your homegirl, Brittany Renner. For those of you who are not familiar with who Brittany Renner is, she is a professional 304 athlete chaser, super groupie, whatever you want to call her. She's also an author, and to me, if you were going to ask who she might be like, who you may know, I would say Corinne Steffen's superhead protege. But let's just get into the video. Like to hear it, here it goes.
My experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb. What would your future kids think if they saw your Instagram? This is why you're single. Oh, I bet your dad is proud. I never claimed to be a saint. I enjoy sucking dick and saying the things that you're too afraid to say out loud too much to ever change.
In all honesty, safe sex is the best sex. I can't even say it with a straight face because it's a lie. But it is like you really don't add a body.
There was one time where I thought I was, being Billy Badass, and I fucked 3 guys in a week. Had a mean yeast infection. That's not funny. But it wasn't funny, but looking back at it, I can laugh now.
My favorite basketball team is whatever NBA player I'm fucking. I love watching basketball. It's just way more interesting when there's someone on the team that I'm linked to, but I don't really have a favorite. I'm for the streets because I've moved on from relationships.
My favorite basketball team is whatever NBA player I'm fucking.
But I'm here to tell you I am so not sorry.
Okay, I want you guys to keep that in mind. Just what she says. She is so not sorry. Unapologetic. And that's fine. You can be that way. But just understand, the next video that I'm going to show you, she probably wants people to forgive her. She probably wants people to feel like she is sorry. But we have to remember, when you put things online, they don't go away ever. So when you have these personalities and you do this and you come up with a tell-all book about men who you slept with and you brag about having 3 men's jizz in your womb because you did that in the same week, and you expect it to be cool, and it's funny that you had a yeast infection and who else knows what. Just keep in mind that 1 in 6 people between the ages of 14 and 49, which is pretty much everyone that's active, has the H. Yeah, that other one that doesn't go away. Keep that in mind the next time you decide to go deep sea diving without your scuba gear with your local scallywag. But we're going to get into another video where she kinda seems sorry. I'll let you be the judge.
Hi. I crave connection, but I am not entertaining men for the sake of having notifications. I know what it's like to be desired by men. I don't know what it's like to be valued by one. When people ask me, why hasn't it worked out with anyone? Well, because I've never valued myself. I've been running from myself for a really long time. And I'm no longer drinking it away, eating it away, sleeping it away, fucking it away. I'm sitting with my shit. I was entertaining conversations with men I knew I would never take seriously because I felt like it validated me. Single, I'm alone, but I'm not really. I have people on my phone. But I never needed anything outside of me to validate me. But until you're ready to get that honest with yourself, you'll keep looping back until you do something different. You're really only holding yourself back and prolonging the inevitable, which is you having these difficult conversations with yourself. You don't believe in love. You're desperate. You don't think you can do any better. Ultimately, you feel like it's what you deserve. Anything you attract from a disempowered state won't last. That's a feel-good life quote. And you deserve all the things that you deeply desire. But your actions have to align with your beliefs.
Hey, listen, Brittany Renner Here is a message from the men.
I don't forgive you.
This is where we are, Brittany Renner. You are sorry, not sorry. We don't forgive you. I apologize. The havoc that you wreaked on dozens of men is irreparable. She started out pretty well. I'll give the first 16 bars or so. Everything after that was an incoherent word salad that rivaled the likes of Kamala Harris. And don't even try it. I know some of you say, oh, you lack the emotional intelligence to be able to comprehend it. Yeah, right. I sent it to several men and women, and everyone came back with the consensus of, what is she talking about? Nobody knows what you mean. You see, what really happened here was she hit the wall. She's finally accepted the fact that she's hit the wall, and she doesn't know what to do with it. She realizes that her options are very limited. See, one thing about a woman like Brittany Renner is that men will jump in line and wait to be able to get a taste of it. But that has nothing to do with retention. Now she's 30 years old. This was very cute in your 20s, but in your 30s, hardly cute. Now you have a son. Now you have to set the example. But guess what? Everything that you put on the internet is still there. You see, Brittany Renner is like a BMW. Fun to drive around, but you best get rid of it before it's more of a headache than it's worth. Only a fool would buy a high mileage BMW. The maintenance isn't worth the thrill.
Today I got time, cuz.
You see, what's happening to Brittany Renner is what happens to many young ladies. They squander their youth on hot boys and then try to find you know what to pick up the pieces once they've hit the wall and have exhausted all of their chips. Men must say no to the baggage. And I'm sure someone will take her on with all of her baggage. But will it be the men that she had access to when she was younger, didn't have a child, and didn't have nearly as much public baggage? Probably not. So right now, we're going to run her through the Smoove Score. Those of you who are unfamiliar with the Smoove Score, what we do here is we take 5 categories that desirable men desire the most, including face, figure, age, baggage, and personality. Face and figure are pretty much self-explanatory, but we do start them out with 10 points in each category. So we will take any imperfections off one by one for face and figure. Age, what will happen with the age as we take off 1 point for every year after 25 years old. Baggage. If you have a child, we will take away 5 points. Every additional child, we will take 3 points thereafter. Other baggage components could include high body counts, divorcees, and many other things that we would just consider to be baggage. Personality will be just attributes about yourself that will make you good or bad. You start out with 10 in this category as well, and we will deduct for everything that we don't like. So let's get into the looks, shall we? Yeah, so I mean, I can't fraud on the looks department. As far as face or figure collectively, they are 2 individual categories, but you be the judge on your own. If you beg to differ, please leave it in the comments below. I think it would be nitpicking to take a single point off of anything. I don't really see any flaws. She absolutely works very hard on her appearance. So you be the judge and you tell me if you think I can take a point off for anything. I think you'd be nitpicking, but you know, whatever. We're going to carry on. So face and figure, she remains 10 points in each category. Now, her age, she's actually 30 years old. So now we have to take off 5 points because that's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 5 years over 25. So she loses 5 points in that category. Baggage. Holy smokes. We have to take off 3 off rip just because she has a child. By PJ Washington, he plays for the Charlotte Hornets. For those of us who don't know, he was the one that got caught slipping and impregnated Brittany Renner. He's very unhappy about it now and has since left. Okay, I'm going to have to take off an additional 4 points just for her high body count and overall baggage. That will take away 7 in total from that category, leaving her with 3 in the baggage department. On our personality department, we had to take off 8 points just because some of those videos were just horrible. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that was coming out of her mouth. And she did come out with a second video where she may have or may not have a different perspective. So I gave her 2 points back, just up GP. And she ended up with a 4 in total. Now, if we take all of these scores together, she had a 10 in the face, 10 in the figure, age, 5, baggage, 3, and personality, 4 altogether. We came up with a 32 score divided by the 5 categories, and her score is 6.4. Not too bad. I would say that's a little bit more than average, but not great either. Some of these things she can work on, some of these things she cannot. She can work on her personality and improve it just a bit. The baggage doesn't go anywhere. I apologize. Now, your age, nope, it's only going to get worse. So most likely she will decline unless she seriously picks up her personality. Either way, that's where she is. She's the highest score, and that's pretty much vanity points, really. But it really does count for men, and I promise you that's why she has so many men knocking her doors down. No pun intended. So I'd love to know what you think about this. What do you think of her writing tell-all books about her situations? From what I gather, she didn't name the names of the people, but then I heard there was a list of the 7 names that they were. I don't know if she put that out or not, but either way, I just want to know what your thoughts are for Brittany Renner. Let me know what it is that you think about her, and if you think she's a 7, better, or worse. Put your Smoove score down at the bottom, and let me know what you got. And as always, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.